We are at the SEA Cinema or SEA Theater in Wildwood, New Jersey. This is the last original storefront of a movie theater that was originally a Nickelodeon back in the teens. This is it, and we're going inside. We have a tour with the owner, Ted, who has it sold, we think. He's got the deposit. So the building may soon be converted into another club. Here's what it is. You can see the outside of the theater. I am kind of filming myself. I see we have Stringer Films watching. Good morning. Here's one of his neons. You're going to see some neat stuff in this building. And this is it. This may be it. The SEA Cinema. So Ted has agreed to bring us in. As soon as you come into the lobby, the concession stand is right here. Now you see over in the corner was where you paid your tickets. So they still had an outdoor window. That would have been the ticket window, which they boarded up because it's been closed. But see, they had set it up here where they made their popcorn machine, and some different things that they had on display. And Beyond Negative with Andy and Retro Electrical. Greetings. The lobby is very small. Ted's in the other room. He's showing the theater. Theater tickets for sale for the 1 p.m. show. Guess they had Grease here at one point. Pardon me. Some original signs. And I believe he'll tell us, I'm sure, this may be the original parts that they uncovered in the theater. Now listen, unusual. Here's some classic pictures here, of course. But when you went into the theater, this is the very first theater where you went in, and instead of going in the back of the theater, you went into the front. Because see, there's the movie screen. Now he has the lights on the stage. So it could be a stage, but look at the seats. It looks like it seats about 60 people. Now, of course, they must have had the trash can here, but this is backstage. Ah, yes, you gotta have these things for the carbonator. And there's the speaker system. You can see the tweeters on the top, the woofer here, and of course, you always have your source of spare parts and elements. Oh, what's this here? Oh, look. Some movie facts. The SEA Cinema. Buy the latest movie posters for movie facts. Yes, Sean, it doesn't look like you got a chance to visit because, believe it or not, it sounds like he has it sold. Now, we have a video up, a more thorough video already on YouTube, but this is what he found uncovered. So this was covered over by roofing tiles, and he discovered it was still there. So they resurrected that fixture and the hanging fixtures. You can see the speakers on the wall, so he could run surround sound. And look, there's the screen, and there's the door we came in. So it wasn't a whole lot of entryway here. Yes, theater's been closed for years. Now, Ted and new film collector Levi, there they are. Levi's from Maryland, and Ted, he's running the Super Simplex. You remember that Mark Wahlberg mentions that in one of the Transformers, that he loved the Super Simplex projectors. What's the age of this machine?
This one actually goes back to the 50s, but it's...
So this is a newer one.
This is a newer one.
And now it has a different lamp house.
It has a different lamp house. It's 750 watts, but there's a 700 watter in there right now.
You creep. You couldn't even give us 750 watts. But look, you went up to...
You know, we have technicians in the house as well. We won't give the names out, but we do have.
Oh, we have Blazing Saddles. Still on 35. How long has this been on the platter?
It's been, what, 4 years, 5 years?
Scope. So you had a scope print. Now, if you look, the reel, you can see that Blazing Saddles is 5 reels. So these are reel marks. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So that's reel 1. Actually, no, this is foot. This is the last reel. Reel 4, reel 3, reel 2, and reel 1. Can you see the difference in the film elements? Did the color fade on that?
The film elements?
Yeah. Did the color fade on the Blazing Saddles?
Not really. This is pretty.
So it still stayed pretty good, huh?
Pretty good print, yeah.
Then you also set up digital, so you can run DVDs. And of course, this size reel, you can't run a reel now because there's no room for the top reel. So the film would come off the platter, go up to that roller, go down through the machine, and fiddle around down here. And rather than being taken up here, it would go through that roller and feed on the platter. Do you remember any idea how much that system cost?
Well, we got it used, and it was about $2,500, I believe, at that time.
So it wasn't that much.
No.
Please tell me someone's planning a complete restoration. The current buyer is not,
We're not.
but he's going to
actually
run film.
sure. He will be running movies.
Right.
He will be running movies. Where it's filmed.
But you're selling the projector with the theater.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. So that's his choice.
Yes. Now, did you ever run 2 projectors in this booth? Before the platter?
No.
Okay.
No.
So he modernized it right away with the platter system. And then that way there's no projectionist. But then you have to fuss with the film. Is this flipper? Which is this one?
Is that flipper? No flippers back there.
Okay. So, listen, every old projection room always has a house feature. So Blazing Saddles is here. Casino.
Yeah.
Okay. So Casino must have been 7 reels? I don't know. Who knows?
Not sure.
Not anymore. We can't remember these things. But each reel holds 20 minutes, but that's only about 1,000 foot. So this is a 2,000 foot reel. Films are shipped to the theaters in 2,000 foot reels, and then they're shipped on crappy reels. They call this a shipping reel. See this crappy reel? And then you transform it into a house reel if you're running films that have the machined. They're just nice reels, nice steel reels. So interesting. Yeah, casino. I would turn that into a fine dining classic restaurant. Absolutely. This would be so nice, wouldn't it? There's so many possibilities here.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. We have, yes. So the men's room here. So that, actually plenty of room. See, look at this. And the ladies' room. Still very nice. And I guess an old...
Ticket chopper.
And the electric water heater timer is still working its weight in gold. Look at this. It's so compact. It's so perfect. And then, of course, an aisle light to light the walkway. And look, a nice reel.
Yeah.
That's a split reel, right?
That is a split reel.
A split reel means it unscrews, and then you can put a core in it and take the film off of reels and put it into, you can ship it without reels. Shipping films is very expensive. Will this set off an alarm if we open the door?
No, please.
Just wanted to, ooh. So he obviously had to put this emergency exit ramp in so you could come out the back. And it looks like, well, there's an old movie a poster box. Looks like the neighbors are doing some work here too. So this allowed you access, obviously, to the door over here, so you can get out in case there was something awful happen. But can you imagine? This has been a theater. It's all its life. 100 years. This has been a theater.
No. It's only been a theater for 1 year. It's been a theater for its first year in operation.
Right.
And after that, it took on very many things. The last was, it was a children's furniture place, store. It was a music store. The person that owned it as a music store was Harry Keating.
Okay.
And Harry Keating wrote about the third song known about Wildwood. Is I'm Crazy About Wildwood. The string bands would always play it. I've never heard it, but it's supposed to be a very quirky.
So were you
song.
the one that transformed it back to the theater?
Yes.
And discovered the elements?
Yes.
Okay, so the projection room was always back here, though.
We figured that it was.
Right.
Yes.
And I already pointed out the thing in the ceiling here. That was that you found, you uncovered. From the earlier video. You know, we made that video so many years ago. You remember how long ago that was?
I don't, but the feature film was still on the thing.
Oh well. Well, that's really good. Now, these cup holders were designed to hold paper towels. Is that correct? So it's actually a paper towel holder.
But they can hold
and look,
anything.
that'll get rid of any misty and smell that comes in. Now look, it looks like somebody was in the middle of measuring something, and then they grew tired.
It's the new owner. It's the new owner.
Good. You don't always planning.
I can't really, not positive,
Right.
can't divulge it. The ticket shopper, that's from the island. It's from an old Hunt theater. I believe it was the Shore. And it was featured nationwide in a nationwide publication at that time. And we got it. Funny thing is, we got it from the Pocono Mountains. We got it from around the Hazleton area.
Okay.
And brought it back here to where legend has it that somewhere still is the original handle.
Okay.
But if you go inside here, and actually, I don't know if you can, there are tickets inside that are still chopped, halfway chopped. You try sticking it in.
Yeah, I can see the chopper. See, when I move this up,
That's the.
yeah, I
I
can't.
don't know what comes out and doesn't.
You ever try going down the side there?
I wonder.
Down the side?
I don't know if I'd want to put my.
hand in there.
I don't think I'd want to put my hand.
But the old Hunt Theater stubs are still in there. And again, this part is floating around the island somewhere.
Floating. I like that term. Floating. Well, the theater has been closed for how many years now? 5, 6?
It's been longer than that. Ever since around Hurricane Sandy.
Oh. So 8 or 9 years. Nothing has appeared on the screen. But you've kept it up.
We have had limited engagements. We
Okay.
have had limited engagements.
So you could fire up the projector and it will run.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
You
It's
can
very-
fire any of these old projectors up and they'll
Up and they'll
run.
run.
That seems to be the thing these days.
It does.
Now I'm going to do another live video today showing off, well, here's the system they use for sound. And this is a rewind bench. This is where you make the show up. And this goes with that. So this table here, when you put the reel in there, transforms the little reels onto the big platters. And then when you break the show down, it goes on this table and you rewind it using these switches to back it up. So that's how the show comes and goes. I have to keep an eye on these. When you're holding the camera and walking, it's sometimes difficult. So, is that the orchestra pit? It had to be a really small orchestra. What's interesting, because in the other video you didn't have the lights on, so we could see through the mesh screen. Most movie screens are perforated to allow the speakers to be directly behind the screen. See what the screen's made of? Isn't that neat? And then there is that big woofer, and then the horn tweeters we saw earlier are sitting on the top. But then I see a Happy Halloween sign. You did a week-long Halloween extravaganza, didn't you? Complete with fog machine.
Complete with fog machine and lasers.
Yes, he did. Well, you put your all into it, young man. You put your all on it. I did take one of the programs.
Oh, that's sure.
I wanted to have one of the programs.
And we realize that this part is original, very original.
I mentioned, I thought this would have been one you found. Did you find this upstairs?
Found upstairs.
So there is an upstairs. Is it an apartment now?
It's a crawl space.
Okay.
It's a crawl space.
So there's no apartments or anything
There's no
upstairs.
apartments.
So this can strictly be a venue as either a theater or a small club or
Right.
something to that effect. But hopefully the new owners will keep it a cinema. The Cinema Club New Jersey. So you did your best. You did. You did everything you could, young man. And
Certainly tried.
yes. Oh, what's here? What do we have here?
Couple of,
Assembly commendation. Commendation. I was going to say you condemned. Oh God. Well, that was really nice. This clock is wrong.
yeah, unfortunately.
Wrong. I should ask for my money back. And now the fixtures obviously are new, and you have a multicolor lamp in there to give it that nice color effect.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Take a picture of the door.
Oh, look at Mr. Doer.
There's Mr. Door.
Look at that. Isn't that something? And this is quite a treat for Levi, who's just getting to love theaters now. Now, he's a fan at the Mahoney Drive-In, which is about 45 minutes north of TNT Amusements. That's still running 35 millimeter.
Yes, it is.
Yes, we're old-fashioned.
Fantastic group of people running it, too.
Buy it, Todd. Somebody says I should buy it. Well, I don't know. I should. I don't have any money. Everybody knows my money's there. But look, there's plenty of parking. I parked right out front. So we're right on the main highway. By the way, we're at Pacific and Spencer. So if you come to Wildwood to visit Randy, you should drive by the SEA Cinema to see it before it's gone, possibly. Before it says goodbye. Who knows? Thank you, Ted.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I hope, Levi, you've learned a lot, young man.
Absolutely.
Yes, this is a really important thing. Our film shows, of course, are twice a year in the Shalimar. He's shutting down electricity. Oh, did I shut the... I better make sure that the emergency exit's shut.
Shutting down the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I left the door open. Just to piss you off. You know, I was thinking if this was my theater, do you see these on the wall right there? I would put my face into each one of those. I think it would look appropriate, see? See, imagine my face right here, see? Each one could be a different pose. The power is shutting down. Slowly but surely. Well, thank you folks for joining us to the SEA Cinema. Watch my other video. Go on my channel and research the SEA Cinema. I may have called it the SEA Theater, I don't remember. But it's one of our CineSea videos. We filmed this about... Ted, what do you think? I filmed that about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm thinking that. But anyway, well, that's it. I hope you had fun. I didn't get a chance to read many of the comments. But look, a nice short and sweet video. I am going to be showing you one more live video soon back at the film collecting booth, where I'm going to show you the only Technicolor 4-channel stereo going with wind footage, probably that's left. I have part of reel 1. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then Randy wants us to come back, so we may return. But now I'm calling this video quits. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to the lad and Levi and everybody. Adios.
Take care.
Yes.